Passt. Alrighty then everybody, we are back, and today guys, I'm gonna show you guys a couple of things that we made in terms of upgrades to this build, changes made to the tree, extra damage, extra AoE, more. But first guys, after this build, because this build has reached its end, there's not much more I can do here. No more upgrades to Levy, no more extra power to generate. So after this build, I want to make a new build and I want to talk to you guys, the community, to figure out what that will be. Now think wonkiness. I want something that really isn't been done in terms of meta or anything like that at all. I want to take a skill that has potential but simply hasn't been used in the right way and simply hasn't been shown to have enough power yet, and I want to make that work with you guys. So if you have any suggestions on what that skill would be, what that build would be, leave them in the chat, leave them in my Discord, DM me with your ideas if you don't want to put it in the chat, and I will take a look at it, and one of those ideas will make it to the next build that we're going to make. But first, the update that we've created. It's quite simple. We rerouted a couple of things on the tree because our Megalomaniac made that possible. So what we want, guys, is we want a Megalomaniac with Burning Strikes at least. Burning Strikes, 12% as extra is huge. But is it enough to justify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point expenditure? I don't think it is. Now we are still using this dual, +3 grenade, right in the min-max setup. And we're traveling through here. Now usually we would travel this way because we would take these nodes and we would connect through here. But because we now lose our last rare jewel and we need to have our armor somewhere, I decided to connect through here and regain that little bit of armor that we lost from losing that last jewel. So now we have the Burning Strikes there, but what we also have is this, Behemoth. Now Behemoth gives you 3% maximum life and increased area of effect. Now what do we do with the extra nodes that we have? Well, we invest that in here. Because damage with two-handed weapons is actually huge for this build, and it is an as of yet untapped resource that I'm looking into. Specifically, there is another node in here as well, I think. This one, that gives you 40% damage with two-handed weapons. If you manage to get a Megalomaniac with that node as well, you're going to be looking at quite a bit of extra damage. How much? Let's take a look. So if we go and we check Mortar Cannon, click this, we check the damage. Now, we know this damage is incorrect, right? We're well over 1,000,000 DPS easily, but let's just say this is correct. Just for the sake of argument's sake, in terms of numbers. So you see this number. Let's remove that one node, the 40% here. And take a look. But look at that, that's 1,000 damage. That is a lot, considering how much damage we have for that one node. All the other nodes put together is even more. Now that's a lot. Now add into consideration, that's about 6% more damage right there. But add into consideration, we also gain 12% increased area of effect there. And 8% there from the Megalomaniac. And all of a sudden, our AoE is looking really solid too. We're almost at 4 meters radius on the normal grenade explosion, not counting the mini grenade explosion that goes outwards from that. So the AoE on this is absolutely spectacular now. It's even better than it was. The damage has gone up significantly through the nodes that we're taking here. Because if we know that 40% is a 6% net increase, then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here. That means we have about 12 to 14% more damage from that. We actually still have that node, which is a lot. We have 20% increased AoE between these two nodes. And obviously, like we said we would use, we have the 4% as extra times 2 on 4 of these nodes. So the damage is absolutely huge now. But it's also reaching that point of the build where I don't think there's much left to do. And that means we need to build something new. But not today, guys. Today, we are going to use this build for one more day and just relax with this thing inside the map device, see what we can do. We'll do the heaviest, most possible juiced crap that we can do at our 3191 life, which is close to 3200. That is as far as I think I can push this thing. Don't think we can get much more than that. And you will see, guys, this thing just blasts. That's it. It's over, guys. That is about the maximum DPS outside of going for like ridiculous shit, right? If you want to go middle tier bows on this, go ahead, guys. Go ham. Right, you might reach 15% more DPS than you see me hive right here, but realistically speaking, this is where this build ends for 99% of the player base. I'm not quite sure why this isn't... I know this. There we go. So like I said, guys, I am looking for build ideas. Now, somebody was telling me something about making a totem, an effigy totem, on a warrior and asking me whether that worked. So I'm considering that idea. Because, you know, totems. I think I've done those before. So if I can make it work, could be interesting. But any other ideas I would like to know as well, right, guys? So let me know if you have any ideas where you're like, okay, I need to see this, whether this works, yes or no. Look at the density in this map, guys. It's all not gonna matter too much. Although I almost died there. What that was, I don't know. Very impressive damage coming at me there. Now, it could be that some of these monsters are those monsters that when you kill them, you know, it takes a half second and then they just explode. I hope that was that, because that was spooky DPS. Rarely happens. But the AoE on this, guys, is going to be hard to match. I think we're looking at a build here in terms of clear, in terms of static clear specifically, right? So think about simulacrums. Ooh, Dextral Crystallization, that's a good one. So think about things like simulacrums, but also things like these rituals and, you know, expeditions. Man, I'm gonna miss that, because this does that almost too easy. I'm not quite sure what the map modifiers are, but I would say, you know, considering the fact that we almost died there, this is likely one of those juicy ones. They got some resistances. What else do we have? See, it's those guys. And those will hit hard. If 10 of them hit you at the same time. Odin, how are you doing? Hold on a second, guys. Let me increase the size of my chat on the YouTube, so I can see what you guys see. Mr. Rathal, what's up, buddy? Spark. Oh, you want me to go for Spark again? Is Spark meta right now? If it's meta, I don't want to touch it. I know that sounds like a dick move, but if there's no meta Spark build out there, then sure, I'll give it a go. Because I've done a few Spark builds before. Not just in this game, but also in PoE1. That used to be the go-to, right? A caster. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Because making something melee feel really, really strong. Right? Now, I've gotten an idea from somebody I've talked to today. From Mobalytics as well, that I'm looking into. Which is, in fact, melee. And he is 2-slapping bosses on a setup that he hasn't seen made into a build guide. So that is another idea that I'm definitely itching to take a look at. To see what I can do with that. And this makes me wonder where that expedition is, guys. Oh, there is no expedition. This is just... Oh, the explosive... Okay, my bad. It's just not on the map. It is on the tablet, I guess. For some reason, not on the map. Anyway, we're grabbing that one. So, Odin, what do you think, man? You have any idea for a build? Because right now I've got Spark, I've got that melee slam thingy. See what else we can get here. Ancients. Omen of Catalyzing Exaltation. Definitely, I mean, you can also just send it to me in a DM, right? It'll ensure that I have it in a list of things that I can do. Let me defer that one. Yeah, if you saw something you want me to tinker with, guys, just... Even if you have more than one idea, right? Just do it. Send it to me, I'll take a look at everything. I always do. Now this thing is already level 96, guys, so leveling is a little bit on the slow end. But we're still, you know, as long as we're not dying, we're just gaining experience. Now here's the bad news though, I am dirt poor now. Look at that. Pretty good. 27x, why not?
Your order is registered.
DM'd in Discord, let me see, buddy. Ooh. Wait, a Smith of Kitava build again? Is that still... Path of Exile builds. I know that channel, obviously, but okay, I'm gonna be cautious using that build because we're looking at a really big build creator there, and I don't want to be, you know, getting the claim that I'm plagiarizing or anything like that. But I'll look at it, obviously, and maybe we can make it our own in some way. But yeah, keep them coming, the suggestions, like I said. You mean level 94 already? 710 physical DPS with crossbow. That's actually not the highest physical DPS on the crossbow, and yet you still made 94 with that. So, I mean, you're doing really well then, I would say. Ooh, that's a big boy map, and I hate TS Extra Chaos. Let's go for it. Now, to be fair, guys, I've been very, very busy in real life as well with my training schedule for, like, the marathon and that kind of shit that I'm training for. So, a lot of running, a lot of eating the right way, and, you know, sleeping, which is kind of rare. I'm not usually known for sleeping. But, yeah, started to sleep. Just now, right? Almost 40, and now I'm starting to sleep. This map has a lot of rares. I need to be careful though with the extra there. That could actually get a little spooky. Hey, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter at all. Like, anything above 700, I would think, you're gonna be just fine. The damage is there for the build. Yeah, that's why I think I'm pretty much just pushing the envelope here, and unless I want to, which I don't even have, right? But unless I want to invest mirror tier currency into a 1400 physical DPS bow, which would increase my DPS by a further 18%, I think we're done. Now, I can just keep going until we hit level 100, but I don't think anybody wants to watch a stream where the only thing that changes to a build will be within the next 5 weeks when you level once or something. Now, I'm just exaggerating here, but obviously fresh ideas, new builds, something creative, something extraordinary to make is going to be what people want to see. Something new, preferably, or something underused. So I'll have to dive into what skills are available. Literally, just something that looks cool, something that has massive clear potential, and then just try and find a way to make it work with what I have. Man, the AoE on this though. Look at this. Yeah, the helmet, I'm not sure where it is right now, but it's fluctuating between 6 and 10 div, and it has been since the beginning, but it is such a strong thing to have, man. It really is. It is that good. Look at the numbers, guys, on this ritual. That is enough to grab whatever. A witch hunter, but I don't know which skill. Yeah, so what is it that helps me to kind of pick a skill as well, right? What is it about the witch hunter specifically that you want to see? What is it that the witch hunter can do that the other builds cannot do? Because that helps me dial in on what kind of a skill I would use with it. You know what I mean? Huh. Okay, well, you know. At least we got an omen out of it. So usually when I go for like an ascendancy or a specific build, it has something the others don't have. So for this one, it was the extra totem, right? Makes sense. I'm going for totem, so I can go for the... what's it called? The one with the cannons ready. I forgot what the name of the ascendancy is. But the problem with that was you could get an additional ascendancy. But... and that was a big problem to me. Wait, where is the enemy hiding? Oh, here it is. So you could get the additional totem, but you'd have to actually attack yourself for your totems to attack. Which, to me, defeats the purpose of a totem belt. The idea for me for totems is that I'm actually just playing somewhat passively, moving through the game as my totems take care of business. So that's why I kind of did not go for that one. And the only other one was this one, Warbringer. It's the only one that made sense. So the ascendancy inherently has to have something that is interesting to play. And then you kind of build around it. Or you go the other route, which is find a skill you really love and figure out which ascendancy fits best. Like, that's the other option. But yeah, like I said, I'm just looking for something new. Ideas, anything, you know, even something that might not seem like it would work on face value. At face value. I'm interested. You know, definitely. To give a go. Explodey's Culling and Decimation Strike, which is very strong. Decimation Strike. Is that a... I haven't used that skill yet. Is that a melee skill? I mean, it sounds like it, but just asking. I mean, Explodey, if it actually works the way I hope it does, because I haven't messed around with it with PoE2 yet. But in PoE1, I know that Explode can create a situation where a skill that might not have the best AoE clears the maps like it does have the best AoE. Purely because of corpse detonations, right? Explosions, chaining and all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, there you go, right? You're clearing. The hell? Is that a boss? That's a boss. Oh, that's big. That's 1/3 of its life gone right away. That's pretty good. Hey guys, we got a swing. Huh. Fracturing orb. See, this is why I like to just kind of theory craft with you boys and just do maps in between. Like, mapping isn't the main goal anymore because there really isn't gonna be any improvements. But hey, the odd swing in between, you know, between the theory craft, definitely is fun. Of course we can't go through there, but what we can do, likely, is go from here to there. So yeah, that's the first step is always going to be just getting the ideas, getting the raw vision, you know, what are we going to do, which route to take, that kind of stuff. Then it's going to be budgeting. How much currency do I need for the basic version of it?
Yes.
And do we have that currency right now? The answer is no, we have nothing. But we have a small fortune of jewels. Specifically jewels, right? Because, you know, we're looking at 80 div here. We're looking at maybe 80 div here as well. And likely 15 to 20 div here. And that's 25 div as well. So, yeah, right? Just in jewels, we have enough currency probably to build something without selling the core part of the build. But yeah, that's it. We just gotta find an idea. Something funny. Alright, let's see here. We can do 1 to 5. 1 to 4 is fine as well.
I'll post it right away.
So, fracturing orb. What are we looking at in terms of value? Okay, let's call it 80. There it is. Well, that's pretty good. That means we're right over a divine again. 22 in the quality. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. That is a lot of life. Very strong start. No boots? Okay, I'll just keep this here for now. Let's see if we can find something interesting to pursue. Hopefully something that gives a lot of AoE, a lot of experience as well. Ooh, we did a lot of the overlapping here, guys. I would think this is a good map. Look at this. What a absolute beast. So that's what today is going to be about, guys. Just a little bit of laid back with you guys. Let me know what you guys are playing as well, right? So, some of you guys are likely playing this build, which... Oh my god, that's a big, big boom. Gotta be careful. That big boom isn't over yet. Something's nasty there. Ooh. And then the next best thing we're going to make. Now, keep in mind, if possible, which I think is going to be very difficult to achieve, we want to have similar clear and at least similar safety as well, because people are really picky at what they want to play, and it's very difficult to promote a build that is glass cannon, unless it has light speed. So if people are like, yeah, I don't need to do, you know, the fully modded maps, I just make sure I have 1 or 2 extra portals, but I move through the map at 1,000,000 miles an hour, that can work, right? Ha! Swing! That is swing number 2, guys. Oh, we're getting it. Now, to be fair, these are some very, very juicy maps. And that is a perfect Jeweler's Orb. I'm not quite sure if it's still worth the swing. But hey, that is better than a single Exalt, that's for sure. It's probably like 35-40x. So, that's what I'm going to be focusing on this weekend, guys. I'm going to be re-leveling whatever the character is that we kind of agree upon to go for, if we need to re-level, right? If we are still playing this warrior, then that's fine. That saves me a re-level, but if not, then I'll just re-level, and I'll try to find a way to have some fun doing that as well. Because re-leveling isn't always the most fun thing. But hey, if we can find a way to level whatever the hell we're going to make, especially if it's a bit of an off-meta build. If we can level that with a smile on our face, then we have something.
Me.
Oh, there's the boss. Okay. Yeah, that's another question, guys. Isn't there something good with minions right now? Are minions in a good place? Or are they in a really bad spot? Are there minion builds out there that actually clear, you know, the biggest portion of the game right now? Because that's also something that has always interested me. But as of lately, those have been kinda you know what I mean? Minion builds haven't been the strongest. Ooh. There we go, that has to be the last one. There's another waystone here, and we can use... There it is. It's immune. So somebody was asking me in the channel, by the way, guys, why am I using that many damage types? We have... I'll show you guys. If the game allows it. Yeah, we got physical damage, fire damage, cold damage, lightning damage, and chaos damage. Almost in equal parts, except for the physical, which is a lot higher. But there's a lot of different damage types. Now, I just put the expedition thingy right here. So what happens is, they are now immune to physical and lightning. That's a pretty big damage loss. But you kind of want to overlap on as many things there as possible for the chance of actually dropping something good. So if you can get... Oh my god, I'm gonna... This always happens, doesn't it? Oh boy. Now, here's the thing. This time, it's not my internet. It's the actual game. Yeah, so here comes the game. Woo! So I still managed to clear it, right? That was the whole idea here that I wanted to show you guys. We just had a little bit of a detour because the game wasn't playing ball. But the thing is, it's actually real easy to clear whatever is on there. So if you get to a point where you get an immunity to fire, cold, lightning, or whatever the hell it is, you're still going to be absolutely fine with the setup. And that's what I loved about this. But at some point you gotta say, you know, it's done. And it'll become really difficult to just keep going with the exact same thing without any improvements made. So I think, you know, looking at the end of this one, and onward to the next. So for today, guys, it's not going to be the longest run that we're going to be doing, but we're just going to be doing some relaxing maps. We're going to be doing some dailies as well. I want to really push this build before I dismantle it to see if we can get to a point where there's a build that is just too difficult, you know, or a map or something like that is too difficult to run. Because, well, truth be told, I don't think we've found it yet. I think this build was the perfect example of a true all-content build that legit does everything the game at this point has to offer. Now, to be fair, that isn't a lot, right? We have mapping and a couple of bosses. Would I like to see this in a Blight or Blight Ravaged? Oh, hell yeah. But that stuff doesn't exist in PoE2. So I have to be a little bit patient for that. But to that end, guys, look at that one. That's a few things, right? Oasis. Let's do that with this one. Temple Chains, Elemental Weakness, crit multi, extra damage, monster movement speed, attack speed, cast speed, armored, stealing charges, less cooldown, and an additional modifier. Why the hell not? Right, guys? Cookie Monster Cupcake, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the channel. It's not Dutch, man, it's Italian. No, I'm just kidding, it's very Dutch. It's impossible to hide. How are you doing, buddy? That's the one of two things people always tell me. Where the hell are you from? That's one. And the other one is just, Dutch. Alright, guys, do we have the AoE setup? We do. Oh my, look at that AoE, guys. By the way, did you bring your welding goggles today? Just clear on this, man. It is now the highest AoE that I could get it. I could actually push it to 4. If I go, or actually 4.1, if I go for that belt. So there's a belt that emulates a certain item. In this case, you would want to emulate your helmet and go for 2 bear talismans for an additional 32% area of effect. But guys, it would actually be kind of minimal. It wouldn't be as strong as you'd think it is. So, I kind of opted against that because losing the life and all the defensive modifiers from the belt definitely felt like a pain in the ass. And it was a about 20 diff investment just to test that out. Ah, Germany, my neighbor. Good talk. My German is so bad, guys. I'm one of those Dutch guys that just doesn't speak it very well. But I try. So here we go, guys. Trying to kill this character. Like, we're at that point now. We're like, okay, let's just do the thickest maps possible. Obviously, we will be using our brain. Anybody can make a case for me to just stand still in certain situations will kill me. True. But we actually want to play the game. And we want to see that if we try to prevent it, but we go to the heaviest possible content, can this character die? Now, we've gotten close once today. But that's pretty much it. And yes, we are pushing. Hey, wait, do we have a... What is that? That's some kind of a boss. I think. I can't even see it. Huh. There we go. I'm fairly certain this is just one of those builds that you could level to 100 if you were what I'm not, which is patient. It's the one thing, you know, I'm very, very patient when I'm writing a guide, as you guys probably have seen on the Mobalyptics. You know, I'll take my time, I'll make sure it's absolutely spot on, but there's a difference between that and grinding the exact same thing for probably 500 times, if not 1,000, you know. Runic monsters from behind the screen. Runic as in when you do a logbook or in map. Expedition encounter. We're gonna give that a go though. This is why I have that AoE, right? I think the AoE is kind of what keeps you alive from that. Sinistral Necromancy, that's good. No, yeah, AoE helps, man. That is where the clear comes in, for sure. Vertebrae, solar. On logbooks. Oh, for logbooks, I actually died twice last time. So we had a logbook stream only. I think last week that was. And they killed me twice. And the reason why was that I was just taking willy-nilly shit. I wasn't paying attention. So I had all the as extra modifiers. And what else was on there? Like 40% more monster damage, as extra fire, lightning, fire, cold, chaos, just everything that could be on there. And then I walked into one of those monsters that threw one of those, it looks like a Diablo 2 ice orb from the sorceress from back in the day, you know what I mean? The frozen orb. And that shit just shreked me, hole in one, boom, dead. And I was really surprised because pretty much nothing is killing me on normal content, but logbooks, they get rappy, dude. They get very, very rappy. That is very true. Alright, we are back, guys. Let's see, speaking of, if we actually can get our hands on a logbook. Would be nice, I like those things. There we go. The density on this is very nice. Come on, guys. Logbook time. Can we get one? I guess not. Oh, wait. We still have 2 more chests. Another one here. Hey, logbook. Look at that. See, you just gotta call it out, guys. And there it is. Now, every time you get a logbook, you're pretty much guaranteed about 75 to 100 exalt. So if I run those, I'll very quickly have some currency back up. But right now, I just want to do some relaxing mapping. But the best earnage I've had so far is in logbooks, just on the splinters alone. Absolutely wild. Now here's another nice thing. This could be a huge ritual. Probably a 10,000 plus ritual. Because the density in this map has been absolutely stupid. Look at this. Yeah, we're probably not gonna make it, but 7k should be possible. There we go. And that closes us in to like 7 or 8% already again. Ooh, as you guys can see, our damage, guys, through the roof. Like, compared to the showcase that I've made in the guide, the 4 minutes of showcase in the guide video, we're at least 35% on top of that. And that was already a level of damage that was really, really respectable, right? Very, very much power. Enough for the pinnacle stuff, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, I think we're gonna lose this Dali. I'm trying to stop that. Nope, we lost it. Still though, 7 rewards times 2. Let's see what we get. There we go. We got Despair, Double Paranoia, and 17 Splinters. Now, there should be a boss somewhere. I'm not quite sure where.
That were a wisp. See you on the next hunt.
Oh, there it is. Likely on the other side of the map. Completely the other side. Just my luck, guys. Alright, let's go the other way around. At least we're moving quite fast. That helps. So what, if anything, can we create that's away from the meta that has this level of fun? The AoE. The movement. The surrounded attack, because I'm gonna implement that in as much as I can get it. To be fair though, if we make a caster, we can forget about that, right? Casters will not have access to that surround attack, I don't think so. Unless we make a caster in the bottom part of the tree, which would be very, very interesting. But, you know, the caster attack is different from attack damage attack. And this focuses more on attack damage. And, I mean, we still hit 8k there. Very respectable. Bitter Bloom. Energy shield starts when you use a mana flask. Wait, is that actually good? I'm gonna grab that. Nah, I don't think so. Ooh, Exalt. Grab that one. John C, what's up, buddy? Trying to figure out how to type in here. Took way too long. Glad to see you. Hey, Loki, it's you, buddy. How you doing, dude? Are you seeing this, man? We turned this into a disco dip build. A little bit of an insanity thing. The AoE on this now and the damage is absolutely stupendous. What do we got here? Chaotic quantity. Yeah. Scraps and splinters, why not? Nothing much else here, guys. Well, that is our map clear. It is not. There's still a boss there. Oh, he's not gonna survive long, guys. Watch this. You got a present for me? Dude, I love presents. You know me. Jingle bell, rock. Oh, okay. Calm down, dude. Okay, so this is not good. Oh, he's dead. I thought he was gonna get me. Hey, look at that. 4 Exalted Orbs. I mean, if everybody, every boss drops like that, I'm fine. Like, that's good. That is only 55 bosses to a Divine. Ooh. Okay, so we got another logbook, guys. Now, those are good. Right, that is instant currency if we want to, but let's just save it. And first we are going to delete a Stellar Amulet. Make an Astra Mantis. And it's gone. I shouldn't have said that, right? I should have just said that first. Make an Astra Mantis. And that's another 27, I think it was.
Oh, it's you.
Let's see, guys. What do we have? Wait, what? Oh, it's the shitty one. Let's do it for 4 then. That's fine.
All right. Your order is registered.
So guys, what I'm doing here is I'm continuously just making the sickest maps I can. With the highest possible Exalt slams on it. Which is what I'm doing here, right? Just making sure everything is just tick. It's all on the max. And I'm running the thickest maps, and outside of that I'm just juicing. So I'm going to places where there's multiple towers overlapping. Nothing special really. But what I want to do is I want to just stock up on maps, run all these corrupted ones that I have, just run these, then stock up on new ones, and then corrupt them all. Because the tier 16s I always save for when we get to an Untainted Paradise. Specifically the ones with huge pack size are absolutely unbelievably good once we get to it. And guys, so I should talk about finding mirrors. So I was talking about an Untainted Paradise. I scroll down and there it is. Yeah, so guys, the next map we're gonna find a mirror. Bullshit, obviously, but that means we do have to make a tier 16 map, because that thing is sweet. If anybody needs some experience, you know where to find me. Just whisper me in-game. Even if you're new to the stream, I don't care, guys. Whisper me your IGN, I'll invite you, you'll get some experience, you're gonna have a good time, right? 377% on that one as well. That's a big boy. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go boom boom. Uh-oh. Oh, they weren't dying. Usually that doesn't bode well. Alright, let's see if we can get another logbook, because that's where the currency is at, guys. Stocking logbooks, going for that, and just having fun with it. Nou, schat. Nee. Ja, dat kan, maar dan is het meteen 40 graden hier. Nee, niet Januari. Ja, man. So, you know what I want, guys? And I've said this before, right? Call me, call me a whiny little bitch, I don't care. But what I want is, I want spell totems. Now, don't tell me, well, that already exists, dude. There is an effigy totem doing some chaos crap, and all you need to do is have 15 different skills, and, use chaos, and your totem works. Don't tell me that shit. I mean spark totems. Frozen orb totems. Fucking... I don't care. Just any bloody spell totem. That I can use any spell that exists in this game, connect it through totems, and go ham on it. And you know what? While we're at it, give me the bloody Templar. Give me the Hierophant as the next character. Because, I shit you not, if you want me to make builds, like a lot of builds, that would be what I would need to play with. Trust me, that'll be big. Abyssal maps is big money. Which do you mean, Rathel? Do you mean the maps that are possessed just by abysses? Where it's like the entire map is one gigantic abyss? Wait, how do you make currency off of those? I know, right? I'm asking something stupid here, probably, but I really want to know. Because to me, I mean, it does drop the odd exalt, but I haven't found a way to really juice those properly where it's, like, super valuable. There we go, nice. So we're actually closing in on 10%. Honestly, with a little bit of patience, I think level 97 isn't that difficult to reach. Patience and a lot of juicing, guys. A lot of juicing, because these maps are thick. And I'm talking Nicki Minaj's ass thick. Proper thick. Like that old jiggly wiggly meat thick. You know what I mean? Omen's Ancient Rib. Huh. So what do? You just run the thickest map you have? Like with the highest possible pack size? Or is there like anything specifically? Rarity you're trying to scale there? Levi, what's up, buddy? Levi, I have found something very, very interesting for you, buddy. I have another Untainted Paradise, and this one I found, I saw your reaction way too late, man, or I would have cleared it for you. But what I have... Oh, look at that, Viper Cap. That could be money. What I do have is a 377 version. Yep, coming. Lockheed, on my way, buddy. I'll clear this one quickly. A 377% version of that same map. Boom, 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 boom. I like that sound, man. Breaches are still one of the best. For sure. Just shed old, riled old mountains of currency. Oh, there we go. Another one. And also for just gaining experience. Oh. 22 bleach printers. Nice. Alright, here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's smack this guy. See what happens. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, well, that does a lot of damage. You almost had me there, or halfway there. Alrighty then, guys. We're out. Let me make some room. Oh, that wasn't smart, was it? So I don't have too much room, Lockheed. I'm not sure what you're trading, but... where you at? Yo, whoa, wait, yo, whoa, wait, dude, what? Dude, what? What are you doing? Huh? Wait, are you quitting the league or what? What's happening? Wait, what? Skill mana cost converted to life cost, but it gains 2% of damage as physical damage per 10 life cost. That would actually work with the totems. But what's up with the divines, man? Oh, you're just quitting the... I mean, I'll make good use of them for the next build, man. Don't worry about it. But I want to know what happens with that support gem, because that actually looks like something I could use. Let's see if I'm just totally wrong there. So 17285. Holy shit! 25,909. Dude, I did not know this existed. You just upped my damage without knowing what it was by 80%. What? Dude, and here's what's more. I actually regenerate that. I didn't know about this skill. Did anybody else know about this skill? Because... this needs to be in the guide. That is legit stupid strong. You're looking at 181, that's 18 times. 36% is extra face. That's huge. Thank you very much, Lockheed. Thank you. I'll make sure I'll mention your donation in the next build for sure, buddy. Appreciate it, dude. Dude, Nemo, look at this. Look at what this does. So I've been testing out a lot of crap, right? Hey, look at the damage. 17,285. Plop. Look at that. 25,909. Now, I'm not sure how much extra damage there is, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes to that. That's a problem. Huh. No, I'm not gonna tweak this build anymore. No, I'm just not. This actually gets me to the point where I want to tweak the build again. I'm not gonna do it. Because if I'm gonna do this, all the divines go bye-bye. I want to keep the divines for the new build that we're going to create. And Nemo, I'd like your input as well, man. DM me a couple of build ideas if you have them for builds that are not currently meta. Dude, that is an insane level of power, that one. Now, I'm not quite sure what the value is. But I would imagine that it's very expensive. 600, that's actually not as expensive as I thought it was. That's like 3 div. But that is well worth. What you got, buddy? What you got for me? PoE chat. I'm in a PoE chat, man. Or did you just send me something? Yes, that one. Yeah. That's an insane, absolutely insane level of extra power on this build. That it needs to be in my MOBA. I need to go back and edit that. Now the question is that stronger than some of the things I have? And do we miss that detonation time? 35,000. How much damage can we get out of this? Hold on a sec, guys. I need to find out a way to explode this crap faster. That's what I need to do. Where is it? Grenades explode faster. Explode. Detonate, it's called, right? Reduce grenade detonation time. I need to put this on my... Yeah, that is insane, Nemo. Now, this actually puts me in a position that I need to change something. And honestly, it might actually be worth figuring out a way to get to those nodes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. I hate that I have to... But I'm gonna have to change something here, guys. The totem placement speed we can't remove. It's a no-go. We can change this around. What do you got there? So, wait, hold on. What does it do? Dude, I was really convinced I wasn't going to change this build up anymore, but we just doubled the DPS. That's what we just did. If I can figure out a way to go clunk removal here, we well over doubled the damage. In fact, this actually has me so excited that I think I need to try this in a breach. For visual comparison. To just check... This is gonna be insane. We need to check this versus Xasht. What does it do? Let's see. Regenerate 1 life per second per 8 life spent in the last 8 seconds. 50% more. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, so I need to get here. That's what I need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. How much can I sacrifice there? Is the question. And all of a sudden, guys, we're back in theory craft mode. Okay, hold on. First, I need to see if this is worthwhile before I destroy this build and rebuild it up, because this all of a sudden has us in a position where we need to take a look at this very seriously. But first, deceleration. So sorry for doing this to you. Dude, I love that you did this to me. I shit you not, that's a good thing. Right, we are going to change this immediately over to that. We have to. Which is Paranoia, Ire, Despair. Paranoia, Ire, Despair. Right? Do we have that? And there go some of my defenses, but I think we're gonna be fine. Paranoia. Ire Despair it was. Oh, you dumbass. Despair. Oh ja. Paranoia, Ire Despair, yeah. Okay. That ain't it. Oh, that's guilt. We need Ire. Well. Oh, we're still good. We are still good, guys. I'm not worried in the least. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. That is 2.5 times the DPS we had. This build was strong enough for pinnacle content, and we just legit went 2.5 times the damage. And here I go, saying this build was done. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. We're about to find out just how wrong I was. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can just feel it. Here it goes, guys. "16 times the detail." Now, first things first, guys. We need to have some coverage. Very important. 130. That doesn't do anything, though. Deceleration. Alright, let's go. So this is the highest twisted domain, area level 82. See what happens. Now this isn't too impressive, and none of it matters. Because they're gonna die anyway, right? As soon as these boom boom booms land, they're gonna be gone. I need to just stay ahead of whatever the hell happens. But this turns this build into likely stronger than any of the other totem builds were. This could rival now. We're about to find out if it does, but it could actually rival the ancestral totems. Like at double DPS, that is stupid. It's about the time we find out just how stupid it is. But I somehow think there's gonna be yes levels of ridiculousness. But so far it is clearing everything to the point where our time is still going up. We don't even see monsters. We are clearing them before they actually appear. Which is a little spooky. That's proper damage. And what's more, bye-bye mana problems. All of a sudden we have room on our gear, on our prefixes of our gear, for more armor. So this changes the entire build. Legit, if this works, at the risk of a little extra clunk, I'm gonna say, you know, that changes the entire build. Dude, it just went through that like it didn't even exist. That was stupid. Now here's the question. What does that mean for the full power version? Which is this. And, yeah, we're about to find out. Here we go. I don't know, man. I don't know, but you just opened up a whole new can of worms. So let's see what happens with this this guy. Let's check the DPS. We that are about to get our ass kicked. We that are about to get smashed. Well, that's a little bit of damage. Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Yeah, so... I mean, that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, so, thoughts, guys. What do you think? Now, I'm not quite sure how this interacts with map clear, because we did lose our 80% detonation time, so it's gonna feel a little bit more clunkier, but that's why I went for the 25% on the tree, just to give that a go. And I'm not sure how that's gonna feel. But we're about to find out. We're gonna put this in a map and see what happens. That ain't it. Lash. Ooh. We're an inch away from 3200, guys. An inch away. We just need one more catalyst. We don't need those, though. I mean, this used to be good, but I don't think it is anymore. So, Loki, thank you for shaking this up. Very much so. You just shook this up. Now, the question is, look, if I can not make this work because of the delay problems, that's fine. Like, then we just keep the guide as is. But if I can make this work due to getting just a little bit less on this, reduce grenade, say that 5 times quick. I double dare you guys. Reduce grenade detonation time, Jesus. A little bit here, instead of the 85% there, and we have the penalty gone, the 30% damage penalty, combined with the fact that this doesn't just give not penalty, but 36% as extra. That's a 70% net more damage. That is likely enough to not need projectile deceleration anymore for bosses. We could be at a point here, at least, you know, non-pinnacle stuff, right? We could be at a point here where we just don't need that. Where we now have enough damage where that just doesn't matter anymore. No stress, he says. No, you don't get it, man. I was about to break this thing down. Like, I was maybe an hour away of starting listing stuff and putting them up on sale, but this, it just opens everything up right again. So we're gonna do Siege with the boss. And I want to just make sure it's a good one. Let's do that one. Nice thick map. And just feel if that detonation delay isn't causing issues. Because if it's not, we're good. And that is a horrible boss. It's that fungus dude. I don't think anything changes, guys, because we are never waiting for monsters to die. We never did. We are always moving through the monsters, listening for loot. So I don't see a change in the build at all, other than the increase in damage. Now that might change when we do breaches and we get stuck in density. Okay, fair enough. We'll see when it gets to that. But as of yet, this seems to be feeling very, very similar. Yeah, that is a present. It's actually a bigger present than the Divines. I know what you're saying, right? You are insane, but for real, if you spend that much time on a build and somebody finds a way to increase it to that degree, we're not talking like a 10% damage increase. This is 70% more damage. That's what this is. Yeah, that's a present. That's not something you can just throw Divines at. Like, that works. So that begs the question, do I go for what Nemo just showed me, which means a total reroute of the build? Or losing a support gem? Which I'm not quite sure I want to do. Oh, here's the boss. Okay, let's find out if we actually do have enough damage to use this skill at that boss without going for deceleration. That is the question here. Oh my god. Okay, so he's getting smashed. Even without the deceleration, and that is a tanky boss, guys. That guy was getting smashed. That's with the AoE setup. I'm fairly confident if we go for the damage setup, that boss is going bye-bye. Now, I don't want to make any Chris Brown jokes here, right? I think that's very highly inappropriate, but I mean, this build is going to make monsters look like they've been on a date with Chris Brown. I think so. Like, they're getting smacked. It feels just about the same. The damage is there. 70% more. We use the fact that we're moving through enemies all the time. Like, that playstyle hasn't changed. And just check that coverage. It's actually slightly higher now due to a loss of detonation speed. So those projectiles are actually going a little bit further. And because we've coupled that with an insane amount... Look at that! That was a rogue exile. We didn't even see that guy. He just went boop 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 dead. Okay. Yeah. A little bit excited again about the build. Gotta say. That definitely has me a little bit excited again. Getting that school girl voice, that's when you know I'm excited. Like I had when I dropped the one passive voices in... what was it? What's the name, guys? Help me out here. That one league. Delirium League, yes. Yeah, that had me go wing. Full on schoolgirl voice. So here it is, guys. 70% more DPS, but now here's the problem. Nope, no problem. Never mind. I thought we might get overrun. But once the detonation or the projectiles have been fired, there's no stopping them. Well, well, well. I mean, this needs an update video. That's what this needs. Based on the changes on the jewels and just that thing there. Yeah, that needs an update video. That is significantly more DPS. Now, if we could only make those things detonate even faster. You know what I mean? So, I know we can, at the penalty of losing a support, but if we could make them explode a little bit faster just on things on the tree, I'd be so happy. And it is now just this firecracker shit. Everything gets popped. Well, well, well. Who would have thought a chance encounter and a donation creating this situation? Now we need to test this in an open map before I recommend this in an update video. But it's looking pretty damn good right about now. Now, you know what that means, right? That means we need a level 21 version of this gem, because all of a sudden, gem levels actually increase damage, which has not been the case at all for this build. Now, upping your gem level with this gem increases DPS by yes levels of power. Look at this. 35k minus, it is 22k. It is 55% more damage with that gem. And fixes all mana issues. All of a sudden, the build just completely reroutes, man. For sure, Nemo. Yeah, anything you have. Although I do need to make an update video on this now. For sure. So let me see if I can find a 2120 mortar cannon that somebody made on accident and think that it's not worth a lot, because nobody knows that level scaling can actually be good when used with that gem. So, mortar cannon? That likely doesn't exist though. I don't think there's a 21 out there. Now we can just buy 20s and start corrupting them. I think we actually need to do that. But, you know, let's check. 11 results. Okay. And here it is. There is actually a 2120 out there. And I'm grabbing that. For 3 vines. Tell me, Nemo, what do you got, buddy? Lord of the Well. Well, well, well. Cluster grenade, 2120. Wait, I do have that. But you don't need 2120, that's useless. This motherfucker does have some good gear, though. Interestingly so. Wait, why does he think that's 50 diff? 900, 1000? I mean, it's good, but it's not that great. But that is Cold Lightning Fire. Ooh, I'd lose out on Chaos, but that's a biggie boy armor. Dude is actually swinging some meat. Look at that. And that gear looks really familiar. Huh. Last Lament Lesh. If there is anything out there for that build, I'll just give you a message for now. Last Lament. Now, I know that Leshes are kind of really tanky, so unless I'm wrong, but that would be nice. Definitely keeping that in mind. So here we go, guys. That's 2120. Now, that should not increase damage, but it will. So right now it's 34,895. Let's see what happens if we up that. Wait, what? 21? 20? 196? No, it should be more. It should definitely be more. It's likely I need to swap zones a second. Machine gun crossbow build. Levy, if you have an idea, DM me as well, right? So anybody that has any idea, just let me know an idea. For something new. Wait, why is that not more damage? That makes no sense. The same DPS. Is that because it's counting the level of this? Seems unlikely. Yet it's converting that to life, but it's not gaining extra damage. Why is that? That makes no sense. No, no, not that one. That one. That one. Yeah, there's no difference in damage. Yeah, the cost of the skill went up. The cost of the skill definitely. I mean, look at this. It's 181 versus 196. So it has more than 10 life extra. And so it should have 2% of damage as extra physical damage extra. But I think what's going on here is it might be calculating off of the cluster grenade skill and not off of the mortar cannon skill. I think that could be what's going on. $20,162. Let's check that again. Yep, it's the same exact damage. And I think it's because this remains the same. Huh. Alright, well, we need to test this in an open map, like I said. This one we're just gonna Val, see what happens. Oh, Val it with a Omen. Why not, right? Currency exchange, go for one of those Omens of Corruption. And let's boogie, guys. Let's slap that thing. Get me. Oh, really? Oh, there it is. There we go. Hit it. Close your eyes and leap. Ah! Okay, so I just corrupted this thing myself. The 2120. And that means, you know, there is 3 Divine, I guess. Huh. Okay. That was easy. Somebody just said to me that it was easy, and he was right. I think that was Levi. Levi, was that you? Who just said that that was easy? Because he was right. We just made our own 2120 here.
Yes.
That's easy money.
I'll post it right away.
Here we go. Alright guys, time to test this in an open map and do it on a big boy map, right? That is a big boy map. Rathel, thank you buddy, you were absolutely right. That was easy as hell. Now let's do headland. It's time to get some head, guys. Wait, I mean, wind, land, whatever. Yeah, I didn't mean that. Yeah, we're gonna try that on the Levi. We're gonna try the experience map in a second. The big boy map. Yeah, we have just so much AoE that it just doesn't seem to matter. Just look at this. That is some absurd clear, guys. Look at the flickering of the screen as well. Like, it's just everywhere. That is stupendously nice for Claire. Even with the delay, we are still just throwing through this like nobody's business, man. It's good. Now it's a real walking simulator. You just walk, listen for loot. Uh-oh. A little bit careful. Especially with the less regen that we have. That might be a bit of an issue. Well, I guess no issue. We just cleared that entire area with just 2 totems over here. It actually went all the way over there. This might be a new best. A new, I don't know what to call it. But it's a new state of the build that is definitely stronger than the other one. Lockheed. You've done very well, buddy. Talk about a gift. There we go. Now look at that, guys. It's not like this is an easy map. That's a proper map. Right? But it's just not going to matter. Like, this thing is so far beyond anything that's normal here. I'm just gonna walk. Everything is just gonna go poof. And not just that, we just give that totem even more life as well. Life, resistances, all that good stuff. We just walk through everything here. Patre! Hey, it's you, buddy! Is that you? I gotta be careful, he's like, I don't know you, dude. Yomi, is that you, buddy? It has to be him. I mean, he says ciao as well. It has to be Patre. He's the only guy on this planet that says ciao, guys. He is. It has to be him. Ah, see, I was right. How you doing, buddy? Are you seeing this, dude? Talk about some AoE, man. Talk about some coverage. Look at this. Look at that. Anything that follows me is gonna have a really bad time, guys. That is... Hey, we got a Divine Orb. That is the third swing of the day, guys. And look, that is... that thing, the boss. Now let's try this out with projectile deceleration and see how much damage we really have. Here we go.
My king nears.
Well, I mean, that is a tanky boss. I know that for a fact. We just kind of blasted through that. Pretty good. Now, the delay is a little bit unnerving sometimes. But I would say that's pretty good. I'm happy to see you back, buddy. I hope you're doing okay, given the circumstances. We're not going to get into that, obviously, on stream. But I hope you're doing alright, man. And if I can help you in-game, if I can help you get started in PoE2, you know, you need a starter kit, anything like that, just let me know, right? You know, always the same old same. Alright, guys, we missed something here. I think it's the expedition. For some reason, we just ran right past that. No worries, buddy. You know where to find me. Wait, where's the expedition? By the way, did you know that a lot of players still don't know you have to press spacebar to sprint? Quite a few players that I've talked to are like, why are you so fast when I'm leveling them? I've helped people level from time to time. Like, when do I get access to sprint? Well, you already do. You just gotta do it. Hold down that spacebar. Wait, what? Yeah, that's all you do. So they don't know. So for you, Yomi, if you don't know, man, spacebar, hold it in, have some fun. Just don't hold it in too long. Because if you walk up until, you know, a monster and you're sprinting, then you're just... it's not gonna be good. The fuck is that? Here we go, guys. Big boy boom boom. Wait, let's place that actually where there's a lot of chests this time. There isn't a good spot, but... alright, well, then this one it is, I guess. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. It just clears the entire expedition. Look at that. Guys, is there anybody that needs all the ascendancy points? I think Nemo is inside his trials again. And you can actually get all the ascendancy points all at once. So if anybody needs them, now is the time to speak up, or forever hold your peace. Breaches, that's 12, that's shit. 3 contain bosses, 18 very decent, 15 radiated, yeah. I think I should just go to town and just empty up my shit a little bit here. Old tomato. Speaking of old tomatoes, I wanna give that a go, guys. Before I leave today, I wanna give the ultimatum a go. I haven't done that yet, and I think there's quite a few cores that are worth something, if you can get them. Could be worth it. Alright, Nemo, Levi might need your help, buddy. So look at that, guys. At the nip of time, like the very last days of the build, we found ways to increase its power dramatically so. Now I'm gonna make like a very short update video, quickly for YouTube, tonight, showing you guys exactly what it is and what those updates are. As a final version update. But after that, guys, it'll really be done. We're gonna build something new. Oh, nice, you already got him. This thing looks amazing.
This piece has an iconic history.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Alright, well, that's the map. And we just passed 10% on the way to level 97, guys. And we're not trying, obviously, to level anymore, because it'll be a very, very painstaking process. But what we will do is we'll do an ultimatum. Why? Just as a test. I want to see, you know, it's the one thing I really haven't tested at all. And it's not like I don't think we can. We can. The question is, just how does that feel? Let's give it a go. Wait, there's already one in there. Yeah. Let's try it again.
The challenger returns.
The challenger returns. Here come 10 rounds. Now, we don't have the pieces to fight the Ass Master. But I don't think we need to. I mean, that is not the issue. Eh.
Careful where you stand. Are you ready, challenger?
Oh, I'm ready, boy. I'm ready. Oh, well, this clears it pretty well, I would think. So this is what I said, right? You're not gonna wait around. You're just gonna kill everything. And that's the first round down.
This is just a warm-up.
Shocking turrets, lightning projectiles. Yeah, let's do that.
Sink into the bowels of nothing.
Oh, well, this way. And maybe there is actually some currency to be made with this. Like, it's not Ultimatum of PoE1, right? Ultimatum of PoE1 is so ridiculously much better, it's even stupid, right? I'm kind of pissed that they did Ultimatum dirty the way they did it. Well, let's give it a go anyway. Oh, and let's take a hit of this circle, see how much damage it does. Alright. Well, that won't kill me. Now here's the bad news. When you do Trial of the Sakama, guys, and you kill rare monsters, the timer actually speeds up. Everybody knows that, right? When there's the timer trial, you have that little sand thingy, you turn it over, and you kill a rare monster. So what happens? You lose more time. Well, not with this you won't. It is the full 1 minute of just waiting for wave after wave of enemies. And honestly, I think we could actually do this in the middle here. We could likely just stay center here. Look at the screen-wide AoE on that. So what do you think, guys? Should I buy the pieces to fight the Assmaster? Because doing this trial stuff without fighting the Assmaster feels like... It's like, you know, no climax after, you know, a lot of... it just feels wrong, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go into deep, but that's just wrong. I think we need to actually buy the pieces if we can. So let's go to the currency exchange and just buy the pieces and actually do that Trial Master. Losing the music, because this is something we can actually use in a guide as well. So, losing the music for a second. Buying the pieces from, nobody, I guess. Where's Alpha?
Hey.
Currency exchange. It's a fragment, right? So, Cowardly Fade. 30, okay, cool. Then... Deadly Fade. And Vicious Fate, which is 26. That isn't too expensive. Okay, cool. He's dying? Wait, why is he dying? He isn't at the fight, right? I think I helped him before. If he's not at the fight, he shouldn't be dying. I mean, that's definitely odd. Alright, here we are. So that worked. Now we can actually fight the Assmaster. We'll see how dangerous yes or no that is.
Sense.
Maybe a little bit of
Pillage and
music.
retrieve.
There we go, a little bit more. There we go. Huh.
No challenge.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Shouldn't be happening. Yeah, that's weird. Why would you die there? Oh yeah, here comes the dangerous music. Oh, it's on now, boys. You can just hear, right? You can hear that this is going to be nasty. Ooh, spooky, like Karlak would say. Let's see here. Soul Core of Takati? Takati. I don't know. Something like that. No flask charges. Births expire. Births expire slow. Okay, that's shit. I'll do that one.
Time moves against you.
Alright, let's check the damage. Here comes Big Bird. Damage test number 1. Big Bird versus Larry.
Wild and wicked, this beast yearns for your blood.
And that's Big Bird. Goodbye. Larry wins. Flawless victory.
A true
Ooh, Chaos Orb.
might.
That's fine. I don't think any of this matters, guys. I think we're gonna blast everything away anyway. The Chaos Rare Soul Core, 75x? That's pretty good.
Them all.
Let's boogie, boys. Just check the radius of clear on that. It is stupendous, guys. Oh, how are you doing, buddy? You just got into maps with this build, and it's blasting through with ease. You're missing all the good diamond jewel and the good weapon. Dude, do I have news for you? Because today, by accident, we discovered a way to generate 50% more damage. If you're interested in that. 50% more damage. And it's not a weapon. It's actually a support gem. So I'll show you in a sec. Let me just get to the next room. Wait, that should be here, isn't it? Don't tell me it's one of those things where you have to, like, flip a switch or some shit. I looked like a complete idiot last time when that happened. And I'm looking like it now. Okay, hold on a second, guys. There should be a switch here that I flip. Oh, here it is. Just go up here. So the secret pole is going to be this. So we have the short fuse. Remember the short fuse? It has 80% less detonation time, meaning less clunk. But it has a 30% damage penalty. Now, what we now added is this one. That one. So without it, we're at 22,000, which obviously isn't the real damage. We're well over millions here. But look at how much damage this one gives. Plop. You put it in, and now you're at 35,000. It's like 55% more damage with that support. The Atului? I don't know, something like that. But it's the bloodletting gem, which gives mana cost converted full to life cost, which is kind of nice. No more mana issues. If you have a little bit of life regen, that helps. And it gives 2% of damage as extra physical damage per 10 life cost. That is big. Now, I didn't know about any of this until I just decided to just socket it in after I got it from a buddy. Thank you very much, Lockheed. And I haven't looked back since. Now, you do lose a lot of grenade detonation time, which is a little bit more clunk, which is why I changed this, especially if you're safe enough. That one, Prism Guard, over to this. For reduced grenade detonation time. To make up a little bit there. It's not a lot, but it's enough. And the damage increase is wild, man. Just take a look at the next boss.
What? Expecting praise?
Ooh. Bleeding and poison. Let's do that one. It's fine.
Gossamer flesh and brittle bones. May their blood fuel your progress.
Oh, yeah. It's that one. That's fine. We can do that. So just take a look at the AoE on this one as well.
You were no warrior.
So now it is, for the first time, full scale AoE. Like, this is also because of the less detonation time. Everything is now 100% full screen AoE. The craziest AoE I think I've seen in any skill. It is legit full screen now. Now, we are actually scaling AoE in the helmet now as well, so definitely need to make some changes. Oh wait, that's that, I guess.
I don't think so.
But yeah, guys, that is a lot of oomph extra. Just a few changes. An insane impact.
Half completed or half unfinished?
7 out of 10. Okay. Monsters always deal critical strikes. Well, the problem is, I don't think we need to fear monsters. I think it's the trap shit. Oh, wait, it's a boss. Oh, here we go, guys. Boss damage test number 2. Here we go.
Chaos will bring you to your end.
Goodbye. Now, tell me that isn't the wildest bloody DPS. Like, that is stupid. We just increased this damage by a ridiculous amount.
You may possess
Hey, another chaos.
after all.
And... reduce area of effect and projectile speed. Hold on a second. Doesn't that significantly increase my damage? That is projectile deceleration. But less area of effect? You know what, I'll take that one.
Lightning always strikes twice.
Let's hope it doesn't kill me. Yeah, that's insane damage, Patre. It really is. Now we have 3 more to go, man. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I think we're gonna be okay. It's also just the coverage of the build that has me a little giddy. And that is it. Next one. Dude, we are gonna smack that ass's boss.
Took you long enough.
Here comes number 9. Oh, it's on, guys. Oh, it's on.
They strike with dark intent.
This boss is gonna have some issues with me, I can tell you that.
Escort the idol.
Now, we do have an insane amount of mitigation on elemental as well. It's not just physical mitigation that we have. So I'm hopeful I can actually not have too much issues with the lightning runes. But we're about to find out. We will get hit by them. I'm fairly sure. So far so good though. But just that AoE, just that is an enjoyment in and of itself, guys. It really is. And that's it. And here we go. Oh, it's on now. Okay.
Don't expect the next round to be that easy.
PoE2 is doing just fine, man.
Lightning strikes at your
Let's see how it goes, guys. The last 2 bosses are coming now. Damage test number 3. Goodbye!
To
The
your
skies
inevitable
belong to the first
downfall.
ones.
Now let's do a test on the Trial Master himself. Because obviously that is where the real... interesting shit starts. Here comes the Trial Master, guys. It'll be the last thing we do tonight. Last boss. And it's all I need to do. Because I am going to... make an update for this. And we got... Hey, it's the Chaos Rast. That is the one we want. Well, 75 Exalt, according to Levy. Thank you very much for the information, man. I was like, why is he telling me that? But that was actually the one we wanted. So that's good. But first things first, guys. Let us have some fun with Asmaster. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Options. Turning down the music. Unseal.
Enjoy this.
No. I'm going to enjoy this. He's not going to enjoy this, guys. He's not. Yeah, that's awesome, Levy. Wait, what are we up? Did we just get a crash? That would be kind of anticlimactic, right? Spending all that time running this and then just... Oh, there it is. No. We're getting it. Yeah, take your time. Ah, there we go.
Well done, challenger.
Oh, thank you.
But there is one more trial you must complete.
There is?
Defeat me and prove your worth to chaos.
Okay.
As it should be.
Well, goodbye.
Your prejudice. My service is finally over.
Past your
I don't think I really overlapped on him
test
properly.
is over.
But we got him down.
And my service continues.
Ooh, we got the mask. And we got an ultimatum with some modifiers on it, which is always nice, guys. Those things, don't underestimate them. They're nice. We don't need that. What do we got here? Can be modified while corrupted. Your chaos resistance is 0. Exactly what you want, man. Bloop. Ah. You know.
I will carry the wisdom of the Val.
Okay, let's see what we got. 20 glass blowers baubles. Okay, yeah, but at the cost of life and energy shield hit. Okay. So we did get something out of it. For sure, we got, you know, this. It's pretty good. I'm gonna make a quick update video, guys. I'm gonna post that on the YouTube channel, showing you guys just a few changes to the build. The update, I will write it under the update section of the Mobalytics guide as well. I will refer to that as well. So it'll be in the MOBA as well. But I think, you know, with the changes we've made, we more than doubled the damage from the guide. And I will do a really quick showcase proving that it is actually double damage too. And then maybe 5 minutes where I talk about the changes and the ultra endgame version. And then that will be it for this build. I really think so, you know, unless somebody else comes with like some kind of a donation that really throws me for a loop again. But I think we're about done. Like, I think, yeah, no, I don't think there's much more to go for here. We can squeeze out a little bit more left and right, but I think we're looking at a very, very solid build with insane clear capability, and that's exactly where we want it to be. So for now, guys, a little bit of a short one. I will try and make that update video, get that out tonight, so, you know, you guys can watch the 5 minutes and see, you know, some of the changes we made and the extra damage that has given. But for now, guys, I want to thank you for watching yet again. We'll be back on the next one, and if you have any new ideas, please head over to the Discord channel and find me there. Post your ideas or DM me personally. I'm absolutely fine with that, because I'm gonna look to make a new build after this one. And it has to be wonky, it has to be off-meta, it has to have clear, it has to be tanky. I know, right? But that's what we're looking for. For now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. See you later, guys.